Hello students, here are 9 reasons why we want to learn about gradients. Number 1. Road construction and design. When civil engineers design roads, they carefully consider the gradient of the road. A steep gradient on a road can make it challenging for vehicles to climb, especially large trucks. On the other hand, roads with a gentler gradient are easier to drive on and are safer, especially in areas with icy conditions. The gradient also helps with drainage. Road needs to slope slightly so that rainwater doesn't pool and cause accident. Number 2. Energy efficiency and solar panels. If you have seen solar panels on rooftops, you might have noticed that they are often tilted at a certain angle. This angle is carefully chosen to maximize the amount of sunlight and the panels receive. The gradient of the angle affects how much sunlight is captured, which in turn affects the efficiency of the solar panels in generating electricity. Number 3. Ecology and ecosystems. Ecologists studies gradients in various ecosystems. For example, as you climb a mountain, you will notice changes in temperature, vegetation, and even the types of animals you encounter. These changes are due to gradients in altitude. Ecologists use gradients to understand how factors like temperature and altitude affects the distribution of species and the overall balance of ecosystems. Number 4. Fluid flow and pipes. In fluid dynamics, gradients plays a vital role. Consider water flowing through pipes in your homes. The gradient of the pipes affect how fast water can flow. Steeper gradients means faster flow, which might be desirable for certain applications. Engineers must carefully design these gradients to ensure efficient water supply and drainage systems. Number 5. Climate and temperature changes. Climatologists study temperature gradients to understand the climate patterns. A gradient of temperature change from the equator to the poles contributes to the global climate system. This concept helps scientists predict weather patterns, study climate change, and understand how heat is distributed around the planet. Number 6. Economics and demand curves. In economics, demand curve shows how the demand for a product changes as its price changes. The gradient of the demand curves indicates the responsiveness of customers to price changes. Steeper gradients suggest that small changes in price lead to larger change in demand, which is crucial for businesses to know when setting prices. Number 7. Sports, performance, and athletics. Athletes and coaches use gradients to optimize training. For example, when a runner trains on a track with varying gradients, they can work on their speed and endurance. Uphill sprints challenge different muscles than downhill sprints, and gradients offer a range of intensity for targeted training. Number 8. Environmental conservation and restoration. In restoring damaged ecosystem, gradients play a role in creating transitional areas. Ecological gradients help design buffer zones between the different habitats, enhancing biodiversity by supporting species from both ecosystems. Finally, number 9. Urban planning and green spaces. Urban planners use gradient to create green spaces within cities. Gentle gradients on walking paths, for instance, make these areas accessible and enjoyable for people of all ages and abilities. I hope you learned about these 9 reasons why we want to learn gradient and learn something new today. Have a nice day.